Good morning, dear students. So today we will continue the chapter motion. In the last class we have discussed about what is rest, what is motion, what is scalar quantity, what is vector quantity. Okay. So those basic things, what is reference point, that is origin and all. Okay. We have discussed those basic things. Today we will study about uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Okay. What is uniform motion? When an object moves equal distance and equal intervals of time. For example, so a car is there, so which is named as A. So at 9:30 it has traveled about 10 minutes. So in a gap of 15 minutes, that is at 9:45 it has traveled to 20 minutes. In a 15 minutes gap, so it has covered the same distance, that is 10 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 30 kilometers. That means so it has traveled 10 kilometers only in every 15 minutes. That is uniform motion it has maintained. Uniform motion it has maintained. So when we see the car B, so at 9:30 it has traveled. So in this first 15 minutes it has traveled 12 kilometer distance. In the next 15 minutes it has traveled 19 kilometer distance. In the same way it varies from every 15 minutes. It varies for every 15 minutes. So this is the non-uniform motion. This is the non-uniform motion traveled by the car B. So I think you understood that is uniform motion means that when object covers equal distance in equal intervals of time, that is called as uniform motion. And when an object covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time, that is called non-uniform motion. Okay, I think you are clear with this. So then we will see what is speed. What is speed? Okay, in your car or a scooter you might have seen the speedometer, which gives you the reference of speed. Okay, so in which speed you are going. So speed is the distance travelled by an object in unit time. The distance travelled by an object in unit time, and the formula to calculate speed is speed equals distance travelled by time taken. Distance travelled by time taken. Next is the average speed. Okay, so when an object travels at different speed at different time, so then we have to take the total distance travelled. So that is the total time taken. That is, it is the ratio. Average speed is the ratio of the total distance travelled to the total time taken by a body gives its average speed. Okay, average speed is nothing but total distance travelled. For example, first 15 minutes it has covered the speed of about 20 kilometer speed. So in the next 15 minutes it has covered 40 kilometer because the road is empty. So that is it has went with a speed of 40 kilometer speed. So in the first in a traffic place it has covered 20 kilometer speed, and so in a wherever that is still more vacant road is there, so then he may that is go with a 60 kilometer speed. So the total distance covered, so average speed is nothing but total distance covered is done with the total time taken. So it is a scalar quantity, that is, so here the direction is not counted in the speed, only the magnitude of the distance covered, and the SI unit, standard international unit of the speed is meter per second. So this is all about the speed and average speed. Next is the velocity. So velocity is the displacement of the body in unit time. So we have learned what is displacement. It is the shortest distance between the initial point and the final point. Okay. So velocity is nothing but it is the displacement of the body. Okay. So it is the shortest distance covered by the body in a unit time. Okay. So it is vector quantity, that it has both magnitude and direction. So and SI unit of this velocity is also meter per second. Okay. So SI unit is same for both speed and velocity. So velocity, the formula for velocity is displacement of an object divided by time taken. In the same way, average velocity is also total displacement of the object to the total time taken. It is the ratio of the total displacement of an object to the total time taken. So 3 points you should remember while studying this velocity and speed. So average speed is always greater, or average speed is always greater than average velocity. Average speed is always greater than average velocity, except when an object moving in a straight line motion without taking any U-turn, when both are equal in motion. Okay, so this is one point you should remember. And then another is, if a body returns to its initial position, return to its initial position, so average velocity is equal to 0. So, but average speed will not be equal to 0. If a body returns to its initial position, average velocity is equal to 0, whereas average speed will not be equal to 0. So, next point is, when direction of the motion changes. When object going in this direction, when direction of the motion changes, velocity also changes. So these are the points. So because it related to both magnitude and direction. Speed doesn't changes, but velocity changes when the direction of the motion changes. Okay. So this is the points you should remember about velocity and the speed. Next is the instantaneous speed and velocity. Okay, what is instantaneous speed? So at instant time, so speed of any object at a particular moment, at that instant moment in that time is called as instantaneous speed. So instantaneous velocity means velocity of an object in a motion, so at specific point in time, at that instant time. Okay, so that is called as instantaneous velocity. So what is acceleration? So acceleration, so it is a measure, it is a rate of change of velocity. So it is a measure of change of velocity. Let us take the next concept, that is acceleration. So acceleration, it is a rate of change of velocity. So it is a measure of change of velocity with time. So it is also called as a rate of change of velocity. So the SI unit of this acceleration is meter per second square. Okay. So it is a vector quantity which has both magnitude and direction. That is amount of the it is equal to the final velocity minus initial velocity. So final velocity is taken as v. And initial velocity is taken as u. So the ratio of difference between the final velocity and initial velocity to the time taken is called as acceleration. Okay, so this is all about today's class. We have learnt so many concepts today, that is about speed, velocity, average velocity, instantaneous speed, instantaneous velocity, and also about acceleration. Okay, so and these are the concepts which we have learnt in the last class and this class. These are very important to study, that is uniform velocity and non-uniform motion, uniform motion. These are all very much important concepts to study the further concepts in the motion chapter. Okay, thank you dear students. Good morning dear students. So welcome. So today we will continue the chapter. Okay, we will continue the chapter accelerated motion. Okay, so what is acceleration? So in the last slide we have seen that acceleration is the ratio of change in a velocity, that is final velocity minus initial velocity to the time taken. It is the ratio of change in velocity to the time taken. So acceleration motion or accelerated motion is a type of motion in which acceleration will never be equal to 0. Acceleration will not be equal to 0. It has some point, it has some accelerated, it has some motion. Okay, it will not be equal to 0. So it has the same direction. Accelerated motion, it has the same direction as of velocity when the velocity is increased. when the velocity is increases, so acceleration will be in the same direction as of the velocity, and acceleration has opposite direction as of velocity when the velocity is decreases. Okay, when the velocity decreases, so accelerated motion is in opposite direction to the velocity, and so when the velocity is increased, accelerated motion is in the same direction of velocity. Okay, so here, so acceleration is negative because it is in the opposite direction, isn't it? So when the velocity is decreased, it is in the opposite direction of the velocity, so acceleration will be negative because it is in the opposite direction. So negative acceleration is also called as, that is when the velocity is decreased, accelerated motion goes in opposite direction to the velocity. So negative acceleration is also called as the deceleration or deacceleration or retardation. Okay, so negative acceleration is also called as retardation or deceleration or deacceleration. Okay, so next is so this is all about the acceleration and the conditions when the velocity is increases and when the velocity is decreased. So next is uniform acceleration. What do you mean by uniform acceleration? When the acceleration, okay, so when the velocity changes is equal in equal intervals of time. When the velocity, so that is velocity changes in the equal intervals of time in equal distance. Velocity changes in equal distance in equal intervals of time is called as uniform acceleration. Whereas non-uniform acceleration is velocity changes in unequal interval, in unequal distance in equal intervals of time. Okay, so that is the non-uniform acceleration. For example, falling of a ball is uniform acceleration. It follows the uniform acceleration. It covers the equal distance in equal intervals of time. Whereas, so non-uniform acceleration is motion of a car. When it is a traffic, the velocity is decreased, and when it is a vacant road, the velocity is increased. Like that, so it is a non-uniform acceleration. So it covers the unequal distance in equal intervals of time. Okay, so like that, so the difference between uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration is nothing but it is the same as uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Okay, this is all about the acceleration. So let us continue. So next. So next is equations of uniform accelerated motion. For this uniform accelerated motion, that is body, velocity changes always when, so that is body covers, when a body covers to equal distance in equal intervals of time. So there are different equations of motion are there. So the relation among velocity, distance, time and acceleration. Okay, it is called as the equations of motion. Okay, these equations of motion contains the relation. It tells us about the relation between velocity, distance, time and acceleration. Okay, and that too particularly it is for uniformly accelerated motion. Okay, so there are mainly three equations of motion are there. There are mainly three equations of motion for bodies which are moving with a uniform acceleration. So first one is V is equal to U plus AT. This is one equation. You need to by heart this. So V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity, plus A is the acceleration and T is the time. And then is, so S is equal to UT plus half AT square. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So S is nothing but distance travelled. U is initial velocity, T is the time, half, A is the acceleration, T is the time. Okay, so this is the relation between the distance, so initial velocity and then so time taken and the acceleration. And the next one is, so V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. So V square is the final velocity, the square of final velocity, square of the initial velocity, 2 into acceleration and distance traveled. Acceleration into distance traveled. Okay, here, so v is equal to the final velocity. V always, when it comes in any equations of motion, so v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration, and t is the time taken. T is the time taken, and s is the distance traveled by a body in time. In time t, distance traveled by a body in a time t. These are about the equations of motion. You need to recall, you need to memorize this one. V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, in the next class we are going to study about in detail how this equation of motion we got. Okay, so how this came, so we see all the 3 equations of motion in the next class. Okay, so these are all about the concepts. These are all about the concepts and terminologies you need to study about the motion. So it is very helpful when you study this motion properly to study the next physics chapters like force and laws of motion. Okay, so thank you so much, dear students. So read the textbook. Okay, so and follow the video properly. Okay, thank you.